Welcome to the Clear Shots Podcast with Seth Skinner and Jake Jones.
What's up, everybody? It's Seth from Clear Shots. Today is episode 85, and it's just us, so please enjoy.
Shit, these guys are good. Don't give them clear shots. Not bad, asshole. Engage! Engage!
All right. Welcome to the Clear Shots Podcast, everybody.
Hello.
I am Seth Gargantuan Dong Skinner.
I am Jake Jones.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
I gotta move the microphone.
Yeah. Well, you gotta adjust it. Yeah. Okay. I like how now it's time to move the microphone after like an hour worth of fucking.
Well, my computer was in the way.
Well, your computer's not in the way anymore, so.
That's why I'm moving it.
Well, any day now would be good, you know.
I can never rotate it right. Like
Right.
righty tighty, lefty loosey doesn't apply when things are upside down.
Well, I mean, it still does. You're still turning it that way. I mean, yeah, it still applies. The laws of nature do not change when things are upside down. So,
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
So anyway, yeah, we're back. Here we are.
We're back, just the two of us. No
Everybody's
friends
excited. Everybody's excited to see us, and you know, like kicking shit and like.
My back is killing me.
Yeah.
From carrying
This
this
team,
fucking team to 0-3.
Yeah. 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 Right. So wait, is Dallas is 3-0, right?
Yup.
Yeah. So we both got 3-0 teams. We're here going here.
Yep.
It's gonna be the it's gonna be the NFC Championship game.
They play in 2 weeks, I think.
You know it's gonna be the NFC Championship game. 100% it's going to.
I don't know if we'd be able to get along after
And
that.
then Dez is gonna drop a pass because he can't catch.
He's not even on the team anymore.
I don't think he's playing with anybody, is he?
No,
He's a free agent.
his career is basically done.
Yeah. Well, his name's Dez. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like people don't like that about him. That's the main thing. And, yeah. I think they should just sign Troy Aikman, dude. There. We took sips of the drinks.
I agree.
Put him in there. Put him in the slot. Put him in a slot receiver, you know?
Troy Aikman?
Yeah. He's got good wheels.
I'm really liking the Cowboys this year. Their offense is actually they're the most efficient offense in the league right now. And everybody goes, well, they've only played the Giants, the Redskins, and the Dolphins. But then you turn around and see the Patriots are 3-0, and they've only played the Steelers, the Jets, and the Dolphins. All other teams
Yeah, but
are
it's so
0-3.
weird. It's weird, though, because you don't even know how good those teams even are because it's 3 weeks in.
Exactly. So, like, if let's say
You
that
can't, like, base it on fucking what happened last year. That's what a lot of people do, though.
that's what they're doing. And it's like, well, the Steelers were good last year. It's like, yeah, but they don't have Antonio Brown anymore. They haven't had Le'Veon Bell. James Conner is not as good as he was last year.
Yeah.
James Washington and Dante Moncrief are hot garbage. And they lost Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
So the team is dog shit. I mean, they lost by 30 in the first game of the season. And they've lost both games since. The team that I've been loving to hate on right now is the Browns.
The Browns are interesting. It's weird.
The Browns are interesting because Baker Mayfield.
Right.
That's all.
Well, also, like, the Raiders, for some reason, it's because of that fucking Hard Knocks. Everybody fucking watches the Raiders. I don't understand that.
I feel like everybody
actually care
liked the
about
Raiders, though. Like, Doesn't everybody kind of like the Raiders?
Well,
That's how I feel about the Bills. I feel like everybody kind of likes the Bills.
well, you kind of like you always kind of like teams that aren't threatening at all. You know what I mean? Like, because you're like, well, you go ahead, win a game, as long as it's not against us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like if the Bills win, people don't really care unless you're fucking losing to the Bills. In which case, the Bills are 3-0, aren't they?
Yep.
They're fucking best team in the league.
Their defense is actually fucking insane.
Yeah.
Their defense is so insane.
Well, that's the thing is, like, the Packers are in a weird spot because they are usually, like, their identity is score 30 fucking 3 points and then hope that the other team doesn't score 33 points against their fucking defense.
Yeah.
Now they're like, well, let's hold the other team to under 20 points and just put up 21.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so weird watching the Packers because Rodgers is still playing well.
Right.
And
they just can't get a rhythm.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird because they score all their points in, like, the first fucking 2 quarters, and then they're like, we'll fuck off. Our defense is fucking actually doing shit this year.
See, and the Cowboys are the opposite. They don't do anything in the first half. They were only winning, like...
It's more exciting if you do
it was like
the second
7-3 at halftime against Miami, and then they ended up fucking winning 31-6.
Miami's awful, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah. Josh Rosen got injured.
Yeah.
And Saquon Barkley is out for, like, they said he might be out till week 11.
Yeah, he was limping as fuck.
Yeah. It's like, man, I hope he doesn't end up being like a Bo Jackson where he's too athletic for his body. You know what I mean?
Like, he just he pushes himself too far kind of thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't know his own limits.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a superhero that has that problem. I don't remember who it is. Machamp has that problem. Machamp has to wear that belt, right? Or is it Machoke has to wear the belt?
It might be Machoke. I don't know.
Machoke has to wear the belt, otherwise its muscles would explode or something.
But Machamp's got 4 arms. He's got a lot of muscles.
Machamp's got 4 belts.
Yeah. He's got 4 arms.
Yeah. He's got 4 forearms.
4 forearms. Yeah, he does. It's a good point, actually. Never really thought about it that way. That's deep. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I always say, it's like you don't know any of these teams until like week 6. Even then,
I would say
change.
like week
8.
8, even then, like week 10. Maybe.
That's what I mean. Like, you don't even fucking know. Like, all you have to do with the first like 5 weeks is put yourself in a good spot. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the idea. And then when your team actually takes shape, that's what I'm hoping happens. Like, I hope our defense just fucking keeps playing the way they do, and then our offense clicks, and then we're fucking putting up fucking Chiefs numbers. Because fucking Pat Mahomes just quietly fucking puts up 400 yards basically every game. He had like 375 or something and 4 touchdowns this week. It's like, but no one really talks about him. They talk about the fucking like up and coming quarterbacks, and then whoever that kid is for the Giants that started playing today or last week.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah. That kid that they drafted. He played well too. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns,
300 something yards.
I mean, yeah. And then, you got Eli on the sideline, like, watching, sort of crying a little bit. But
I feel like Eli is fine where he's at.
I think he's a weird case, though. It's like,
Eli has made, they said that Eli has made the 3rd most money of any player ever.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like he's consistently there. He plays every game.
He plays in New York. And he's won 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
Yeah.
He's never even been all pro, which is crazy.
No, he hasn't actually.
He's been a Pro Bowler a few times.
3 times, I think.
3 Pro Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVPs. He's basically Nick Foles if Nick Foles played like every year. But even Nick Foles had a wicked solid season where he went 27.
But it's like he's like just a reliable quarterback. He throws a lot of interceptions. I think that's part of the issue. But Favre threw a lot of interceptions. He still made the Hall of Fame. I think Eli will make the Hall of Fame. But
Favre also had all those MVPs and stuff. Eli's going to make the Hall of Fame literally just because of the 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
Right. Yeah.
And all of his his counting stats, the Iron Man streak.
Yeah. I mean, he's had like 4 or 5 seasons of like 3,000 plus yards. It's like the guy isn't that fucking bad. He's just not incredibly consistent
Yeah.
in that system. And you wonder if that is the system. Like, maybe I don't know. The Giants kind of have that sort of identity where they don't have, like, they're not a passing team or a running team.
They're just there.
Yeah.
The Giants have always just been like, growing up, I've always hated the Giants, the Redskins, and the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Eagles have always been like a nasty, like, hard-hitting, smash-mouth team. Like, run it down your throats and throw it over you.
Yeah, there's no, like, Giants identity.
No,
though.
the Giants have always just been like, they've honestly been, besides when obviously they had Michael Strahan,
Right.
they've always just had like guys that were good at like weird shit. You had Brandon Jacobs, who was like 6'5", 240, was your running back.
I don't know how. I don't think they know how to like blend everybody together the right way. They just get guys that are good at shit. Like,
Yeah,
it's
and then
fucking
they're like,
weird.
fuck it, let's just go.
Well, you're good at that thing, so. Well, let's just, go whatever way you want as soon as the ball's snapped, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Their defensive coordinator is just a rock. Like, they don't even have one, basically. They're just like, you know what, do whatever. If there's a guy coming near you, cover him. They just play cover two man on every single every snap.
Yeah.
They're just like, you cover that guy, and then you two guys, you just look around for whoever comes back here. Cover one.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty hype about this season so far. I mean, I haven't seen the Cowboys play this well in a long time. And they play the Saints next week.
Without Drew
Brees, which is a pretty fucking lucky break.
Yeah,
but they beat them last year. So, fuck it.
Oh, it's like Drew Brees has played like every goddamn game of his career, and he jams his thumb, and it's like, oh, no, I can't play anymore. Like, what the fuck? Dude, you got like, you I've done that playing basketball and still went out and still jerked off the same night, like, you can't fucking play. Like, wrap that shit up. I don't know.
Well, the Breeze,
it's got to be broken, right?
He had to get surgery on it. The Saints with Teddy Bridgewater yesterday fucking blew out Seattle. Well, I mean, they ended up only winning by like 5, but they were blowing them out the whole game.
Yeah, they did actually play really well. Yeah, Dallas is gonna lose.
No,
I think they're gonna lose every game. I think they're gonna lose out for the rest of the year
on out. Dude, if that happened, I wouldn't be able to watch football ever again.
They got their 3 wins out of the way. They're like, all right, guys, let's get this over with. Let's get the 3 wins out of the way, and then we can fuck off for the rest of the year. That is actually the key. So Antonio Brown is
retired.
Super dunzo, basically.
Yep.
No one's going to take a chance on that guy. Like, why would you?
I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys do it, but I don't think they will. I think it'd be funny if he went back to Pittsburgh.
It's weird because you already saw the Patriots like take the chance.
Yeah.
And then like 2 fucking days later, they're like, see ya. There's like, he scores 1 touchdown. That's it. That's all that ever happened.
Well, what happened? What didn't he? He got accused a second time and then like threatened the second accuser or something.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of like text messages about him like bitching at it. Like one of it's like I don't even know what she was, like
his
some
old athletic trainer or something.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It's fucking, who the fuck knows?
The guy's clearly fucked up in the head.
Well, clearly, yeah. Seems like a good dude though. But anyway, let's sign Antonio Brown. Maybe we could get him on the show since he's a free agent.
That'd be hilarious.
He'd come in.
Mr. Big Cast.
Yeah, we can have him clear the air. You know what I mean? Tell him, get the truth
that'd
out
be the
there.
worst. That'd be the worst.
He's got to get the truth out at some point. Yeah. So yeah, I'm on Act 4 of Gears 5. And I'm really liking it, actually. I like the way they changed like a lot of the shit. Like they added a bunch of shit into the game that like it makes it feel different from all the other Gears games, but not, and it wasn't anything that's like too drastic to where like it ruins the feel of Gears.
Yeah, it's a lot of quality of life changes.
Yeah, like I feel like they just added things, and the kind of like map and sort of the free roam sort of aspect is kind of cool, but it's like you never actually like explore. I mean, I guess I could just go around and explore, but I don't. I just go to the nodes that are already there and just do the side quests or whatever.
Well, there's like no reason to actually explore anything because
Not
the only
really.
thing that's there is the side quests.
Right. And it all looks more or less the same.
Yeah.
Like, but what I do like so far is that each act has had like a different aesthetic to it. Like they all look completely different. So you were in the snow in Act 2, and then in Act 3 you're like in a fucking desert, completely opposite. And I don't even remember how that transitioned. They were just like, "Oh, you're in the desert now." So
you had to go and you had to fix the Hammer of Dawn satellites.
yeah,
And the only Hammer of Dawn satellites that were left were in
the rocket things,
the rocket,
silo,
the
thing.
whatever.
Then you had to launch the rocket, and then fight off a bunch of things. I like that they do have like a boss at the end of each act, though. That seems cool. And they're not super complicated, but they do have somewhat of a mechanic to them. The fucking Act 2 one I was on for a while because I was like, what do I have to do here? Because I saw like he falls into the ice and he freezes up, and then you have to shoot him in the back. And I only had like a retro lancer and a gnasher, so I had like shit weapons to do damage to him. So it just took me forever because you have to get him to fall into the ice like fucking 20 times. And you keep getting those flashbacks and like their screen turns red and shit and you can't see anything.
That shit's so annoying. Yeah.
But it took me so long to realize that I can just shoot the ice and fucking make holes in the ice right in front of myself. What's funny is I beat it after like 8 attempts, and then I like quit the game during like the cutscene because I saw the fucking saving thing or whatever. It didn't save, so I had to fucking play against the boss again. But I knew how to do it, so I did it the first try. But it was just like, what the fuck? I really have to do this again?
The game had the community had issues with that because that would happen to everybody.
Yeah.
Where it would say they were saving,
Yeah.
and then they would shut off their Xbox, and then they would open up Gears, and none of their fucking stuff would be there because the Coalition thought it would be a good idea to keep everything on a cloud-based system.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess it is, but it needs to be more clear that it's actually saving the fucking...
Yeah. That it's working. Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Saving succeeded or something. Or just put a giant fucking screen that says you actually saved your game.
Congrats.
Just as you actually saved it.
Achievement unlocked.
Yeah. Game actually saved, it says. Yeah, it's a fucking fun game though. I do like that you can pick up like any weapon and have it actually be viable. Like it actually matters.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't played much of the multiplayer. I played like last night with Wes for like a game. And
Are
it
you
was
playing
like,
on a computer?
No, I'm on an Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Does Game Pass have it on the computer though?
Yeah.
So I can just install it.
Yeah.
I probably should.
Yeah. We should, the three of us should play together. Because that's the only game I've been playing, really, is Gears 5 multiplayer.
Right.
And I'm garbage at it.
Yeah, this is the first game I've actually sat down with and like played the campaign through for a while. Besides like the Destiny games. So like, and I want to do it with Quantum Break too. But I haven't gone back to that because Gears came out, so...
Yeah. I actually just downloaded Quantum Break. I didn't start it yet, though.
Yeah. It seems really cool. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's one of those games where you keep getting new abilities, so, like, it doesn't get stale.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what you need, really. I think that's one of the things Gears did well this time, is letting you upgrade Jack. And it's cool because apparently if you play co-op campaign, someone can play as Jack.
Yeah.
So when you hijack an enemy or whatever, they can control that enemy, which that seems pretty cool. I would like to try that at least. But I think they definitely like added a bunch of shit that like makes it feel different, but still the same. And I don't think they went overboard with any of it. That's tough to do now because you see things like you see Halo doing that, where they just kind of go overboard with changes, like trying to add shit that doesn't feel like the core series, and it kind of like isn't that appealing to the fans, basically. Like if you play Halo 5 now, like the population's way down because people they're not interested in it. You just got to go back to what made what made the franchise, basically.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely jumped the shark with 5.
Yeah, it's like it's not like the game's bad, like mechanically. Like it actually plays pretty well.
Yeah.
I just think it's not. It doesn't. If that was not a Halo game, it would be great. Like it would be like, oh shit, this is a pretty cool game. Mm-hmm. But like because it's a Halo game, you're like, well, this is kind of weird because it's not. It doesn't really feel like it's Halo.
It doesn't.
To me, Halo 4 at least still kind of felt like Halo. 5 is just too big of a departure. I don't know. You got all these abilities, like you always have that boost, like dodge ability. And you have the ground pound, and I don't know, I feel like there's another one too. I haven't even played that much of it, really. Everybody has sprint, which back in Halo Reach, that was an ability that you had to choose, which everyone just used sprint. Like, no one even bothered using the other shit, except for the armor lock, which was total bullshit. But
I remember armor lock being like... wicked overpowered.
Yeah.
You could armor lock right before someone went to hit you with like a tank and you would blow them up, right?
Yeah. And you could like just tap it. Like all you had to do was be armor locked right when the tank hits you. So you can just be like, oh, like right when it's about to hit you. And then it just blows up a tank and then you walk away unscathed, which is pretty fair, it seems like. I don't know if it blew up the tank, but like I think like if you ran
it
somebody,
disabled it, right?
Yeah, it might. Yeah, I think it does that. But if you were flying at him with a ghost or something, you were gonna blow up. But for sure, don't do that. Although it ruins the entire like fun of splattering somebody with a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. The concept. I'm kind of surprised that even got through like playtesting. They're like, yeah, this seems fine. It's like that fucking meme with the dog when the whole fucking thing's on fire. Yeah. But yeah, I just think certain games they start to try and innovate and they fucking, I don't know, they start adding too much shit, basically. We were talking about the vaping ban on your little fantasy football.
Yeah, on the Clear Shots Productions produced the Clear Shots Productions fantasy football recap.
Clear Shots presents
a Clear Shots production fantasy football recap. Oswego Outlaws fantasy football week 3 fantasy football recap.
Yeah. Whatever that you just said, you should write that down so I remember what it is. Because I will not remember that. But I guess there's this whole fucking vaping ban, which it's basically just a ban on flavors, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's mostly just flavored juices.
Yeah.
So stores can't sell them. Because evidently having flavors means that you're marketing towards kids.
Yeah, right? Isn't that fucking retarded?
It's the stupidest
Isn't
shit
that
ever.
fucking bullshit?
What about every vodka ever that has flavors in it? What about every chewing tobacco that has flavors?
Yep.
Like, what about that shit?
What about bullets?
Yeah. What about every cigar ever? That's not marketing to kids? And then what they wanted to do was like link up this whole like THC cartridge shit with vaping. So like, and the people who don't know anything about vaping pretty much just go, oh yeah, it's definitely it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
But like, no, it's THC cartridges with like vitamin E in them and shit. And apparently that shit, when it gets exposed to like certain temperatures, is not good for your lungs and kills people. So for sure, don't smoke vitamin E THC cartridges.
Yeah.
But 3 people or whatever have fucking died. So let's tie it to all vaping ever.
I don't think it's gonna last.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's like a
gonna last.
90-day grace period they have, but there's no way that shit goes over. But when you think about it, it's like the government gets paid like by tobacco companies, so for sure they want to do that shit. Like, absolutely, they want to do that. I just don't know if people will stand for that. I think even if it's mostly the people who vape that like get it, because they're the only ones that are actually giving a shit about the research. Like, I feel like the casuals, like the people who don't vape or just think smoking is bad in general, they're just gonna buy all of it. So you got to kind of explain it to people in a way. And the news outlets aren't going to explain that to people.
No, because the only stupid people watch the news.
Well, yeah. Also, only stupid people do the news.
like reading the news or whatever online. But if you is one thing. But if you sit there and you watch the news,
yeah,
you're wrong, because it's not informing you. It's just warning you. The news is just like anxiety broadcasted. There's never anything good on the news.
Yeah. No, once in a while they'll mix in like a puppy getting saved from like a burning building or some shit.
Yeah.
Or like a dog picnic. It always has to do with dogs, you know what I mean?
Or like a deer.
Yeah.
Here's the photo of the week, and it's a deer that isn't dead yet.
Yeah. Goat in the water.
Goat in the water. I brought this up before, but I remember when I lived at home, my parents, we'd be sitting there and they would turn on the news and it would just be bashing Trump. Yeah. And my mother would just start bitching, get super angry in the middle of dinner and just start bitching.
Yeah.
And she's like, as soon as he's on the screen, she's like, I wish someone would assassinate him already. I'm like, what? She goes, I just can't fucking stand him. He is such an asshole. I go, okay, why do you watch the news then?
Yeah.
Because he's on TV.
And also, they're just going to make you hate him even more. Like, that's all they're doing. That's their goal. Like, if she just watched Fox, she'd love him.
Exactly.
Just turn it to Fox, and then you can even it out.
It's just ridiculous, because it's like everybody gets upset about politics, but the only people that are getting upset about politics are the ones that are constantly exposing themselves to politics.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually true. It's because there's constantly stories that don't really matter, and then they try and make them out to be a big fucking deal, and they're not. Although there's some crazy shit going on in China right now.
Yeah.
China's fucking crazy. Like, actually, they're out of their minds right now.
Yeah.
I think it's about time we do something to China.
I agree, dude. It's pretty fucked up. It's pretty mental, because China is sending in the military to deal with protesters. What are they protesting again?
They're
the
just
vape
protesting.
ban?
I think it's the vape ban. Yeah. They're talking about how fantasy football like is not the same this year. Like, they changed the interface on the app and everything.
Yeah. There's no PPR in fantasy football in China.
Yeah. And they don't like that nobody's signing Antonio Brown and all this shit.
That's too good.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like this fucking video of like all these people like blindfolded and shit and like shackled with a bunch of guards around them.
That's cool.
It's like, what is going on over there? Like, can we like send somebody over there just to like ask
Dennis Rodman?
Yeah, just send over Rodman and see, just ask him what the deal is. I'm sure they'll tell you. They have nothing to hide. They seem like good people. But yeah, let's just kill all the Chinese. Ultimately, there's like the weird thing that we the United States has a weird connection with China because we sort of everything we buy says made in China.
Yeah.
So it would kind of kill our economy if we didn't have that sort of trade with China. And you almost have to, but you almost want to show them, you almost have to do something to them to be like, this shit ain't right. Like, you almost have to make some sort of move. But also, do you? Because then it's being the world police again.
Yeah, but eventually China's going to try and do something to us. You don't think that they're not going to do anything?
That's the thing is, like, they have to be building to something. There's no reason they just want to. I mean, maybe they do just want to rule themselves. Maybe they just want to control their entire country. I mean, I don't know. But I still don't think. I think to us, we don't think that's right, which, I mean, it isn't really. But I don't know. It's that weird question. It's like, is that our place to go over there and interfere with it?
No, from a political relations standpoint, it's not.
No, it's like
because why meddle with another culture, whether or not it's a human rights violation? But at the same time, I think if it gets extreme enough, like if they get videos of like soldiers shooting civilians and shit, like massacring civilians.
Yeah, then we just nuke them.
I don't think we do that, but something.
We stop buying made in China products. But that just cripples our economy, so yeah, we can't do that. Yeah, where would we get our coffee mugs and shit? You know what I mean? Like, we can't make those.
Who knows?
We don't know how to make those. Americans don't know how to do that.
They don't know how to make anything.
We only know how to pick things up and put them down. We don't only know how to work with our hands. Yeah. It's just a fucking weird situation. And I don't know how much the news is covering it. Like, I really don't know. Because I don't watch the news. Like, I don't even know if the news is covering any of that.
I doubt they are. Because there's Chinese informants everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, there's a big thing going on with Reddit right now because a lot of moderators and administrators are Chinese, and they're deleting anything related to what's going on. And they're banning people for talking about it.
Yeah, there's certain subs that are like Chinese, like propaganda subs and shit. So they'll only post like good shit and like fake shit about China that makes them look good.
Yeah.
Which is a good move, you know? Who are you texting there?
Let's try to find out what's going on in China.
Well, what do you mean? You can't just find out what's going on in China. They're not going to tell you, dude. You have to go to China and talk to them and say, hey, like, what's going on? And then they'll talk to you about it. Mm-hmm. You can't just Google it. Yeah. Welcome to the look up shit on our phones podcast.
I'm just exhausted. I like literally have no fucking energy right now. Even after drinking that nitro coffee.
You should have got 2 nitros. You should have got an extra nitro.
It was delicious though.
I got so I do have that. I talked about the Amazon Prime account last time, and I just realized that because Bill was talking about Twitch Prime, and I wanted to like look into that. So I did, and it has like a whole bunch of fucking shit that you can get in games, like a bunch of DLC for having a Twitch Prime account. So like I went into it, and there's like I got 3 months of Nintendo Switch Online for nothing. I got a penthouse in GTA 5 and a bunker in GTA 5 for nothing. And then I got like a Madden Ultimate Team pack and like a uniform pack or some shit. And I don't play Ultimate Team, but I was like, I'll just get it anyway because it's like 2 clicks. And there's also like PUBG rewards, like certain like just clothes, basically, stuff like that. But like I guess it cycles and shit like that, and they keep adding rewards to Twitch Prime, and it's all just free, like if you have a Twitch Prime account. So it's pretty awesome. Like that's what I'm talking about though, is like if you have a Prime account, there's a bunch of shit that people don't know about. Like I would never have known about that shit.
No, that's the way it goes.
And it doesn't like come, it's not like prominent enough. Like they don't fucking tell you about any of it. Like you have to basically like, I didn't even know Twitch Prime existed. Like it's not really in your face. I don't know, dude. That fucking Amazon dude, they gotta figure that shit the fuck out. I don't know what they're doing. Bunch of idiots. I guess Prime is trying to do 1 day shipping too now instead of 2.
So like next day shipping.
So it's just one. Yeah, I guess it would just be next day. Right? Yeah, I guess it depends on when you. I don't know what the threshold is for like what time at night you order something. Like if you order it at 11:59 p.m.
8 hours later.
Yeah, it's there in like 3 hours.
Have you ever experienced same day shipping? Is that a thing?
It is a thing, but I don't know. I've never done it. I think it costs a lot. Like you have to pay for it, but it's not worth it.
I remember I was
unless
bitching,
you really need some shit.
I was bitching once. It was like 2 years ago. I bought some supplements online, and
you got them overnight.
No, I spent $30 on FedEx next day shipping, and I didn't get it for 3 weeks.
Nice.
Yep, it sat in transit in Syracuse for like 2.5 weeks.
I wonder if that's. Yeah, I wonder if that's a FedEx thing. Like if you could get a hold of them and be like, "Hey, you're sued."
Yeah, give me my $30. I want my $30. Are we recording?
I don't think so.
Why are we on this screen?
Oh, I just have it on.
We have to look
screen.
at the squares.
Yeah, I just have it on that screen. We get to look at ourselves. I have.
I'm so fucking tired. Oh my god,
dude, you gotta wake up.
Oh, my computer's broken.
Yeah, there goes that. You stayed up too late playing Gears.
I didn't. I went to bed early. I stayed up at the bar.
You shouldn't have stayed up at the bar. And change of seats. Change of scenery.
It's change of scenery.
Yeah, okay.
Just for this.
Oh, he just wants to get to that. That was the ultimate goal. I have food or objects. I came up with those. I've been putting them on our Instagram stories too, so people can vote on them. Pretty good results, although most of them are agreeing with us for the most part. I'm trying to come up with ones that are like gonna be close calls. That's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
Like I have to basically debate it myself when I write it down. And then I also have
I actually just came up with one that I think is probably pretty good.
I have cool TikToks too.
I got one. Ready? Food or object? Ready?
Am I ready?
Yeah. Hot sauce or headphones? Or hot sauce and high definition TV?
Which one is it?
I pick hot sauce.
No, I mean, like, which one do you want me to do? The hot sauce or headphones or the high definition TV?
High def TV, because I think headphones is too. Everybody would pick headphones.
Well, I feel like people would pick. No, I feel like headphones is closer because you can listen to. You don't need headphones to hear things. You know, you can just hear things through speakers. Well, I guess high def TV isn't necessary either, though. Like you could just have
if it just like strictly stayed at like 480p.
Like it's just SD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the high def.
I'll take hot sauce.
I mean, you don't need hot sauce. You can make things hot. You still got peppers. You know, you still got hot things. You can still figure out a way to make things spicy. I gotta have
my sriracha sauce, dude.
I don't. I guess it comes down to like how much you like your sauce, you know? That's really all it is. That's the thing about food or object though. It comes down to like your
personal preference.
It comes down to your taste.
What ones do you have?
Oh, I got a whole bunch of them. I came up with them the other night.
Oh yeah. Also, you're going to the Bills game, right?
Yeah, sure. I guess.
All right. I need the money by probably like next Friday.
Why don't you just pay for it?
I can't.
I don't know how you think I'm going to pay for it. I thought it was free. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them.
Jesus. Are we doing all 8?
I don't know if we should kill all 8 of them, but we can do at least 3. All right, here's one. Chicken nuggets versus scissors. Because I feel
chicken
like
nuggets or scissors?
Yeah, everyone likes chicken nuggets, and everybody has used scissors, pretty much. So, like, it's going to affect you one way or the other, I think. But I got to take chicken nuggets, because I feel like you could work without scissors. Like, you'd have to use, like, a knife or, like, an X-Acto knife for, like, the most just cutting a piece of paper, which would be pretty, like, overkill. And also not accurate as well. I feel like the accuracy of scissors, since they're straight and you can just
unmatched.
Squeeze them. Yeah, there's no. I mean, you could use a cutting board, I guess.
I would say scissors just because with my job, using anything but scissors for certain things would be messy.
Yeah, that's true. But
Like-
then you wouldn't have chicken nuggets, dude.
Yeah, well, this chicken nuggets is nuggets. That doesn't count chicken tenders.
You could have
does it?
chicken tenders, but those
See?
are different things.
Exactly. So I'll stick with chicken tenders and keep my scissors.
And chicken fingers. Now, there's a difference between tenders and fingers, too.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because I've seen tenders shaped like fingers, and I've seen fingers shaped like tenders. Like, I don't know if they've really universally decided which one's which. I think it's just whatever one they think sounds better, you know? And I think a lot of times tenders does sound better, because you got the tender sound in there. It sounds like it's going to be tender.
Yeah.
Fingers aren't that, appealing, like, food-wise. Like, I don't know. But if they're chicken fingers, I mean, either way. Look, if I see chicken fingers or chicken tenders on the menu, I'm probably getting it.
Yeah.
So,
Agreed.
yeah, I still like my chicken nuggets, though. You know what I mean?
I mean, McNuggets I'll miss.
Because you like the bite size. It's like a bite sized chicken finger.
I mean, and you would like, the 3 shapes.
Yeah,
You got the circle,
the round one,
the boot,
the boo,
and whatever the third one
and
is.
then the third one. Yeah. How about cooked carrots versus CD cases?
Dude, I hate cooked carrots.
All right, you got CD cases.
Yeah, for sure. I don't even listen to CDs anymore, but fuck carrots.
I like carrots. They're pretty good. They're
Cooked?
good for your eyes, yeah.
Carrots have vitamin E in them.
Yeah, but that's when it gets exposed to extreme temperatures. It kills you. You don't vape carrots, you know what I
You
mean?
could.
I mean, I guess you could, but it's tough you'd have to figure it out, like, logistically. It's a difficult task. But I mean, nowadays CDs are like less, like, you don't use CDs as much anymore. Although, like, I guess video game cases, right? It would count that too, because it's CD. Yeah, I'll take the CD cases. I don't need carrots. My vision will just slowly decrease.
It'd be funny if we pick carrots, then all of a sudden everybody that has a CD case in their car, the case disappears, but the
Yeah.
CDs just scatter.
Yeah, it just pops and fucking disappears. CDs all get scratched immediately. Yeah, because like you can't put them in anything because it would just be a CD case. It would just be repurposed as a CD case, so it would disappear. Anything you try and put a CD in, it would just disappear. How about milkshakes versus joysticks?
I don't even like milkshakes. Joysticks, dude.
Milkshakes are pretty good.
How often do you have a milkshake? I don't even think I've known you for fucking
Couple
12
times a
years. I
year,
don't think
maybe.
I've ever seen you drink a milkshake before.
Maybe twice a year.
I've never seen you even say the word milkshake.
What are you talking about? I have milkshakes all the time.
I've never heard you mention them ever. We've been friends for half my life. We've been friends.
Yeah,
and
but
I've never ever encountered you with a milkshake.
It's a weird thing to keep track of.
I don't know anybody that's ever had a milkshake.
You don't know anyone who's ever had a milkshake?
Do people actually get milkshakes?
Of course they do.
Shamrock
they love
shakes are the only ones I could think
People
of.
love milkshakes. Shamrock shakes are shit.
Do people really
Those
like
are trash.
milkshakes? Is
Yeah,
a culotta a
of course
milkshake?
No, that's more like a slushy or a. Yeah, well, I guess it is kind of closer to a. What the hell is a culotta? I mean, that shit is like, it's kind of like a slushy mixed with a milkshake. Like they're trying to make one. They're trying to bridge the gap. That's a weird fucking. I used to get culattas, but they're not worth it, dude. They're just not worth it. I gotta go. I feel like people like milkshakes. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? I feel like people like milkshakes.
I feel like they're a farce.
But if you don't have joysticks, you got to use D-pads for everything. D-pads in shooters would suck. Like you'd have to use a left and right D-pad to aim. I guess you could use.
You would just
mouse
have
and
3
keyboard.
D-pads on your controller. Technically, you have this one and then 2 other D-pads.
Yeah,
that'd be so
awesome.
trash.
Or you could do a Steam controller type thing with touchpad. Or like just use mouse and keyboard for everything. I mean, there's alternatives. And you get to keep your milkshakes.
No,
He doesn't like milkshakes.
no. Keep joysticks.
All right, we'll keep joysticks. How about calzones versus wheels?
Oh man.
Because wheels are you use wheels on a lot of things, not just vehicles. Like
Stretchers,
yeah,
hospital beds,
you know,
chairs,
large appliances, you know.
yeah, suitcases.
Yeah, that's true.
You probably use wheels on an impinger to make calzones.
Yeah, that's actually true.
So if we take away wheels, just all of a
It's
sudden
just harder to make calzones. I mean, you can still do it.
Yeah.
It just makes there's another hurdle you have to jump over. I gotta take wheels, man, because you can still eat pizza.
You can just flip. What if like when you flip the
Just
pizza
fold
over,
it and
just
disappears. It just turns into dust.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you take a CD and you put it on the pizza and fold it over, the world ends.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta say.
I've
yeah,
got like a callus in my nose.
Gotta say wheels, man.
It hurts.
We'll get it out.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Fucking vicious.
Oh shit. All right. How about I'll do one more. Butter versus stairs.
Wait a minute.
Butter.
So what do we have? Just what happens to elevation?
It's still there. You'd have to use like a ramp or something like that.
Ramps exclusively?
Yeah, you can't use stairs. You have to just use an inclined plane. Like people just have inclined planes in their house to get upstairs. They're like sliding down them and shit. That would be kind of fun though. Getting up them is the hard part. Well, I wonder if I would probably kill escalators too because they're technically stairs. An escalator can never really break down. It can only become stairs.
Yeah. If an escalator stops working, it should never say, "Sorry for your inconvenience." It should say, "Escalator has now temporarily become stairs. Sorry for the convenience."
Oh, shout out to Hedberg.
Yeah.
Come on the show, dude.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So you're losing. You could have an elevator in your house. Everybody could have an elevator in their house. Did you know that there's like 3 companies in the entire world that make elevators?
Really?
Yeah. Guess how much money they have.
A lot of it.
Yeah. Guess how many elevators they have.
Most of them.
Fucking, yeah. Like 1/3 of them. Well, they have, if you're talking about all of them, they have 100% of them. But I'm pretty sure there's literally like 2 or 3 companies that make elevators.
Elevators are kind of a strange concept, aren't
How do
they?
you, yeah, like how could somebody even get into the game? You know, like how do you start making elevators? You know, everybody's way ahead of you.
Yeah. You know, Carl from Aqua Teen studied elevator repair.
Yeah.
I studied elevator repair.
Yeah. That's
elevator technicians make a shit ton of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like those break down a lot, right? I feel like they're too mechanical. We gotta turn those digital, dude. Make them all run on computers. They probably do already, honestly.
Yeah. We have an elevator at the hospital that's we call it elevator number 5.
That's a good one.
It's fucking terrifying. It's the oldest elevator that I've ever been in. It's from like the fucking 50s.
Yeah.
And
fuck those, dude. It's got like the little dial on it up on the top.
No,
it's like a Tower of Terror looking thing.
It doesn't even let you know what floor you're on.
Oh.
You walk in and it's like...
You could be on floor 6,000 and you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. You walk in and it's just this brown room that's wicked tiny. And the panel has 5 buttons. 6 buttons. It has the door button.
Up and down.
And then it has 1 through 5.
It stops at every floor.
Well, the thing is that it can't program multiple floors. So, like, let's say we both get on the first floor, and you have to go to 4th, and I have to go to 3rd. If you press 4, it'll stop at 4, and then I have to press 3. But if somebody in between me pressing 3 and you pressing 4 presses like the recall button from a different floor, it bypasses that. So you can end up getting on the elevator, hitting 4, and going up within 30 seconds, or you can spend 5 minutes on the elevator.
Or you're just riding up and down. You're just along for the ride.
Because it just goes back and forth. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is cool. I like that. It's a good design.
It's the fastest elevator in the building.
Yeah, it's got fucking like turbo boost and shit.
Like when I work the weekend, I'm the only one that uses that elevator. So
it's like the fucking Aerosmith, dude.
Yeah.
It just takes off. Gives you the G's. But anyway, butter or stairs. Butter is on a lot of shit though. Like you use butter for a lot of things. And like, yeah, I don't know. Fuck butter, I guess, honestly. Like, I'll just take the stairs. I don't want to use incline planes for everything, and I don't want to have everybody have a fucking elevator in their house. It seems like a lot of energy drain.
I think we could just replace the incline plane with something like Velcro. Or,
everyone's got Velcro shoes.
What would be even better is those nets that you use on obstacle courses.
Yeah.
Everybody has those instead of
you could just
ramps.
have ladders, I guess. Ladders in your house.
Yeah.
Seems like a fall hazard, but so are stairs, I guess. Why would you have a net over a ladder though? But it's like the ones at the carnivals where they're only on one rope and it flips over. So it's like a challenge to get up to the second floor every day. But eventually you'd figure it out. Like you'd nail it every time.
Yeah, I think
and then you'd always win the carnival game too.
Can we still have margarine? Right?
Yeah, I guess it's not really butter. I can't believe it's not butter, though. You know what I mean? That was a good joke, dude.
It was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love butter. I really do like butter. It's good on a lot of things.
Yeah, butter. That's what I mean. I feel like you put butter in a lot of shit.
Dude, baking would be fucked without butter.
That's what I mean. Yeah, you'd have shit sticking, dude, like crazy.
I had it to go with butter, man.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can just use ladders or nets. Carnival nets. Yeah. All right, well, there's that one. That's a conclusion. Yeah, I'll take butter too, I guess. Yeah, I think you convinced me with the net thing.
Yeah.
I think that pretty much locked it in.
Yeah, dude, just put nets everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
People will be upside down climbing all over the place. Those things are so fucking funny. Because you get to the top, like you figure it out, and you're like, you're good for like the first like half of it, and then it flips you over, and then you're done. That's why they do that shit. Those things are automatic. They flip over on purpose so that you don't win the carnival games. Because those are all rigged. All the carnival games are rigged. There's a special touch you gotta have. Like when you throw the ball at the 3 fucking bottles or whatever. The 3 milk jugs.
Yeah.
And then they never fall over. They're just like glued to the fucking thing. But then the guy behind the thing, he's like, oh, it's not that hard. Knocks them all over. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? I just threw a 97-mile-an-hour heater at it. And it bounced back into my face. Yeah. I'll save the rest for the...
Do you have cool TikToks?
I got a couple, I guess. They're not that cool, but I mean, they're kind of cool, I guess.
Here we go.
I forgot how to cast my phone. How do I even do it? Google Home, dude. It's a mess. Oh shit, here we go. It's also built into my phone, the casting thing is. I forgot about that. I never use it though. Alright, this guy actually scares the shit out of me because he's gonna beat people up, I think.
What's up, guys? If you come to my girlfriend, I will beat you up. If a girl comes to me,
I'll beat you up.
And she's mine
Forever.
forever. And remember that. I'm serious.
Replay that one. What the his voice is adorable.
He says he's gonna beat people up if it
What's up, guys? If you come to my girlfriend, I will beat you up. If a girl comes to me,
I'll beat you up.
And she's mine
Forever.
forever. And remember that. I'm serious.
when he licks his lips, it's so good.
Dude,
if you come to his girlfriend,
here,
though,
this is the game we're gonna play. 13 or 30. How fucking old are they?
Yeah,
you think they're closer to 13 or closer to 30?
Well, they definitely have the 13 acne. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they got the breakouts. Like I'm gonna talk.
But look at how dead
What's
his
up, guys?
eyes are.
If you come to my girlfriend, I will beat you up. If a girl comes to me,
I'll beat you up.
And she's mine
Forever.
forever. And remember that. I'm serious.
That's too
He
good.
is serious though.
That's too good.
I don't know. She kind of looks like
She looks like she's 30.
She's terrifying. Yeah, I actually don't like the looks of her.
Like, fuck that.
But look,
Jesus.
I mean, but either way, it's like I'm not gonna come to her anyway, so he's not gonna beat me up.
No.
You know what I mean? I think I'm in the clear because I'm not gonna go at her. This guy.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Seth, what the fuck?
Well, I'm just on here and thought I'd give you guys an update, and I've got my wolf tooth and collar with the pentagram on it, and I just would like to belong to somebody and have an owner. Thanks.
What? He wants an owner. You see what I mean?
Does he have a wolf tooth on his tooth?
He's got a wolf tooth, yeah, and he's got a pentagram and a dog collar. And he wants a...
Seth, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, seems like a good dude, right? Like, he's got his glasses down around his nose. Looking through
What the fuck?
I mean, I saw him and I knew that this was going to be, you know... He's going to have interesting world views.
That's not okay, man.
Look, I mean, I hope somebody takes him up on it, you know, and he gets what he wants. Because I don't think it's... I feel like it's probably not easy to find an owner these days. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta, like, just go for TikTok. Like, TikTok's probably the spot to find him. I wonder where he lives. Because if we could just, like, own him, you know, that'd be kind of cool.
Get him on the show.
You know, we could, like, tie him up out back or whatever. I mean, that's what he wants. It's not like it would be illegal if he's voluntarily, like, being owned or whatever. He's a good-looking dude, though. I'll give him that much. So I found those the other day. I was scrolling through. I thought they were cool.
Those
And
are
that-
the two you found?
Yeah, and that one kid, the first kid that was like gonna beat people up, he's got like a couple.
Let's
of them.
look him up. Let's watch more of
About-
him.
I don't know if I can. All right, yeah, I'll try and bring up TikTok itself. Although I don't know his profile. I know I subscribed to him for sure because I had to. Yeah. Oh, it's this guy.
Sour cream and onion potato chips. Wow, you can just taste that.
Yeah. I'll save this one so I can show it to people. That's the same guy. We've had this guy on a couple times. I really like him.
What the fuck, Seth?
He does good shit. Like, he does good work.
I like that you have 9 followers but 0 videos posted.
I'm following 80-something people. I'm never going to find that guy, though.
No,
There's
look up.
Ray Sipe or whatever.
No, look up the video itself, and then
Does it have his name in it?
yeah, Zach.
Oh, there it is.
Zach Franco.
Zach Franco. How do I... Zach... Wait, was it Z-A-C-H?
Yeah, Franco. No, I think it's all one word. O-N-K-O.
All right, let's see if we can get Zach Franco. There he
There
is.
he is. 6 videos.
Oh, I didn't even follow him. I gotta fix that.
There you go.
That's him. Yeah. Now this is the other one of him.
What's up, guys? If you come to
Nope, that's the same one. That's if you come to his girlfriend.
So I came on the bus the first day of school, and she was lonely. So I got home and I asked her out, and she said
Yes.
yes. So if you trying to get her, guys, don't. And you're trying to, yeah, don't.
Don't.
Yeah. What's the bottom
I'm
right?
saving this one. Oh no! I want to save it. Yeah, because that's basically the exact same video. He says it's the first day of school though, and he
Yeah, he's got to still be in school then.
I like this one.
Hey guys, if you have a girl out
like how
there
she's
that's been
cool.
cheating on you and they dump you, if they do dump you, if they do dump you, good. Let them dump you. They are a piece of crap. But I had a girlfriend named Sandra. She was cheating on me. I have a friend named Abraham. He said, oh yeah, Sandra's cheating on you. I didn't believe him. Then the first day of school, I was on a bus and met Katie, and then and I said okay, and then Jacob told me you're number 8. I said screw it, I'm dumping Sandra. Now I have a new girlfriend.
Me.
So her name is Katie.
How is this
Katie what?
long?
Katie Fair.
Now she's my new girlfriend. So you know, my new girlfriend. She would never would cheat. And
It's a pretty good story. That's so good. This guy fucking kills it, dude. I really am a big fan of this guy. No,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
he's only got 6 videos. What a shame.
Oh my god. Wait, we got 3 more.
1.4 million. He's got 6.5 million views. on
Look
that.
up the one. Look at the 1.4 million one. What's that one?
Hold on, let me save it. 'Cause I gotta show it.
knock knock.
Oh, I've seen this one.
Katie,
Did you?
did you know you're my girlfriend?
Yes, I do.
I love you.
Love you too.
If you guys cheat on her, you dead meat. I'm serious. Knock knock. Katie,
Did you?
did you know you're my girlfriend? I love you.
Love you too.
If you guys cheat on her, you dead meat. I'm serious.
I'm serious. Dude. I love that she already seems like she's over it. You know what I mean? Like, she already gave that, like... You can tell just from the fucking... Like, the thumbnail. She's over it as fuck. I mean, he got the girl, you know?
No, there were 2 more to watch.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I'm really sure I want to.
I don't know about this, dude.
So a guy got pulled over by a cop, and the cop said, "Hey, did you know your tailway was out?" I said, "No, I did not know when my tailway was out." "Well, you better fix it." And the guy said, "Just kidding, fake news."
Oh. That's a good story, too.
Is it my birthday? No, today. It's your birthday today, Kevin.
Oh, my God, dude. We need to save that and post it on people's wall on their birthday.
Kevin. How many Kevins do we know?
It doesn't even matter if it's Kevin or not. Like, still just still post them.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm fucking for sure saving all of these.
I might start using TikTok now, dude.
This guy might have been the guy, you know. I don't know. He's got like a vibe to him, you know. And he's just a normal dude. What's so funny is that he only has 6 videos, and somehow he's got like 1.4 million views on that, and 6.5 million on that one. 3.8 million on like a fucking 8-second video. 93.3K followers. And he's, you know, he hasn't been around for a while. Does he have an Instagram? I need to figure that out. Yes, he does. And Clear Shots Podcast now follows him on Instagram.
Beautiful.
He's only got 2 photos, but he'll get there. He's just building his presence, you know.
I honestly feel like just starting to do TikTok just to be fucked.
I mean, there's a lot of stupid shit on it, but there's also a lot of good shit. I mean, you know, like I scroll through and I see this kind of shit. Like just people that look like that. So I don't know. I enjoy it. It's good. It's a good time killer. And I feel like you just, you know, you get to know the real America. You know, you get in touch with the real people. I found a dude the other day that like dressed up like Jigglypuff, and he was like eating like cake and shit. You know, it was pretty cool. He dressed up like Pikachu. He had a Jigglypuff thing. Like he basically has like a room dedicated to his videos, and then he just has like food and stuff, and he just eats it. But he dresses up like Jigglypuff, so. But I mean, he does nail it. I mean, it's like, you know, some people can do that shit. Some people can pull it off. Some people can't. Like, I feel like if I did that shit, it wouldn't be as funny. Like, you gotta have you gotta have the look. You gotta have the voice. You gotta have the it factor.
Yeah.
The key with TikTok is like, if you're gonna start, like, you gotta go like, you gotta find like, basically what I did was I found the people on that they played on Your Mom's House. Got those, like I followed those people so that my algorithm shows me only that kind of shit.
So
then you go from there. Yeah. Like, that's the key. Like definitely follow Zach Franco or whatever first. That's the move. Because then you're going to just go from there and you're going to only see good shit. Also that Ray Sipe or whatever.
Yeah.
That guy that eats pizza, not clouds. You know. He does good content for sure. And then that one black chick that saw the duck, she's pretty good. Yeah. But yeah, there's good shit on there. If we started TikTok, I think I would really take off. But I don't think we're like disabled enough.
No.
Yeah, maybe you could use a filter or something. But then it's just like you're faking it. Like, it has to be authentic. It needs to be real. That's why it's like, that's the kind of shit that I like on there.
Ray Sipe's fucking bio is so great. I make funny videos every day. Post a lot. Shrek.
He does. It just says Shrek.
Yeah.
I mean, he is right, though. I mean, and he does post every day. I mean, he's got a constant stream of content, and that's what you need. Keeps people's attention. Keeps you in there, you know, out of sight, out of mind. That's what they say.
Oh, dude, I don't think I haven't laughed that hard in so long. What the fuck?
I mean,
I didn't know TikToks could be that long.
I guess, yeah, I guess. I don't know what the limit is. Maybe 30 seconds? That felt like it was fucking
felt like
7 minutes.
That felt so long. That felt so long.
I mean, but look, if you come to his girl, he's gonna beat you up. So, don't.
If you cheat on her.
If you cheat on her, yeah, he's gonna beat the shit out of you for sure.
That's all you had for TikToks?
Don't cheat on her. Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't have... I mean, I only had 2 of them this week. I didn't spend that much time on TikTok this week. Although I did, and like most of the shit I saw was like not that great. It was like a little subpar this week, TikTok. You gotta step it up. I think they're starting to lose their game. Some people are getting sick of like, I think people like the people that create that kind of content, they like kind of get tired of having to do the same shit. Although that dude that goes, my dinner, that dude's been doing it for fucking like a year and a half. He doesn't get tired of it. He shows his dinner every fucking night. And he kills it. I mean, he's got to be getting tired of eating chocolate pancakes and eggs, though. Like, I feel like it's a grind. But a lot of TikTok is like people like trying to sing to certain songs. And what's funny is you can take audio from another TikTok, any TikTok. You can take the audio and then sync it up to yours.
Really?
So like we could do TikToks of all of the TikToks we've played on here and just sync them up to us doing them. We just take the audio from them.
We should recreate it.
Yeah, we should just recreate all of them.
We should recreate Zach Franco's.
Yeah, we should.
We should just make a TikTok where we just copy everybody else's TikToks.
That's what you should do, yeah. Because you can just take any of the audio. It's not a bad idea. That's really the only thing I would think of doing on TikTok, because I'm not going to make my own content. Why would you do that? It's fucking stupid.
Fuck no.
So, I don't know what's going on here. I already talked about everything I wanted to talk about.
I didn't talk about my fucking sketchy dreams yet.
Oh, yeah.
The first one that was really weird I had last week, and you and I went to a basketball game.
Oh, yeah.
And
I was there.
They had a vending machine. Not a vending machine, one of those claw things.
Right.
The skill crane.
Yeah, of course.
And we spent the entire basketball game playing the skill crane. Like the first half of the game, we just played the skill crane. And
naturally,
we ended up winning a Nintendo 64 out of it.
That's a good deal.
And then
I mean, I don't know how expensive it probably got.
It was a good one. But we got back to the game and we're sitting there with this Nintendo 64 and we're front row seats. And Blake Griffin was there. And Blake Griffin was like, hey, I want that Nintendo 64. And we're like, no. And he goes, what do I have to do to get that Nintendo 64? And you go, do a backflip. And he did a backflip and broke his neck.
He didn't land it? What the fuck?
He landed right on his neck and died in front of us.
Yeah.
But then, like, I went up and I was doing chest compressions on him to try and, like, help.
Get him back. Yeah.
And every
Wait,
time,
why?
Well, we didn't know he was dead until we called. Well, this happened. I was doing chest compressions.
Neck and your
I was doing chest compressions on him, and every time I did one, his head shrank, and then it popped.
Okay.
And then I woke up. But then the other one I had, I don't know. That's just what I was doing. But then I had one this morning.
Okay.
Where
I can see the news like anchor being like, NBA star Blake Griffin broke his neck today doing a backflip. Evidently, he was trying to acquire a Nintendo 64 from 2 fans sitting courtside.
The other one I had this morning was not as weird, but it was related to Devil May Cry for some reason and other video games. Whenever we were playing a video. We were playing like Halo together, and then all of a sudden, like we could jump like Master Chief,
right?
and
Yeah,
doing
like
stuff like that.
A little bit less gravity than
we
normal.
were like, We played like God of War, and all of a sudden, like we had Kratos' powers.
We have the fucking chains.
The chains of
things.
Olympus, or whatever. The Blades
What
of
are they called?
Chaos.
Blades of Chaos. Yeah.
And then, so yeah, we sat and played video games for like a week straight, and just got all these superpowers.
Yeah, and then we're just like overwhelmed with amounts of superpowers.
Yeah, and then like the government found out that the only way to beat us was to just unplug the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So
we had to. Oh, they did unplug it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought we were gonna like fight him off
we
or something.
died. And I woke up.
That sucks.
Yeah.
We didn't even fight him off to keep him from unplugging it?
Nope.
Jesus. No willpower whatsoever. None. We died from that, though? You would think we would just lose our powers. I don't understand that. What does it mean? What's the deeper meaning?
I don't know.
There's got to be some sort of, yeah, there's got to be a reason. What have you been fucking drinking? Are you drinking something?
I was drinking last night, yeah.
So is that what it was? That's what it was?
I don't know.
It
It
was
was
all
high
the-
as shit, too. It was weird.
It was the flavored vodka.
It was Red Stag and tequila.
Yeah. Well, that shit appeals to kids, too. So, if you think about it. I don't know. That from what I read, it was like, this whole vaping ban thing is like a Cuomo Trump sort of deal.
Basically, because Trump isn't trying to ban vaping.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying. Oh, then you don't know, because one side says he's banning vaping, the other side says he's just going to be stricter with it.
But what needs to be stricter about it? Like,
Exactly, because it was black market cartridges that caused it.
Right.
so-
Like, that's already shit that you shouldn't be buying. You can't keep people from... They're still going to do that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to change anything. None of that is. Like, that whole... this ban doesn't have anything to do with what the actual issue was. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that at all. We do have to make a Clear Shots TikTok, though. Like a profile. Although, if I do that, then it's like we're going to have to recurate the whole algorithm. But I do want to make videos about that one fella we just watched. Seems like a good kid. You know? But I think you got a good question about, like, what his age is. Because I really can't tell.
Well, he's
in high school. He's got to be in high school.
In high school, yeah.
And it was his first day of school, so... And he got a girlfriend on his first day. That's actually kind of impressive. He nailed it. Like, I never did that. Pulled it off on the first day.
No.
And then, like, I'm already threatening to beat people up if they cheat on her. You know what I mean? I've never done that. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know what else. I don't think I have anything else to say. Any other words to say?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else that happened, right?
I'm trying to think. Sports, nothing. Baseball playoffs start soon.
They're starting soon, yeah. There's some teams that, like, the Cardinals got a playoff spot. They got into there.
The Yankees clinched the division. The Red Sox are eliminated.
Yeah, the Red Sox struggled. I don't know what the fuck their deal was.
Yeah, Mookie Betts played like shit all year.
That's part of it, yeah.
But, yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, a couple weeks ago when Bryce Harper hit that fucking home run that went... Actually, it might still be in the air. Like, it might still be in the air. He hit it like... He hit that fucking ball so goddamn hard, and it was like a walk-off home run to, like, right fucking field. It, like, hooked around the foul pole. It was a monster, dude. I've never seen a fucking ball. Like, he ripped it. Like, he put everything he could into that fucking swing. There's fucking guys that just, like, if they see it... Like, I feel like batters are getting so much better.
Yeah.
Like you see like higher scoring games now, even though like a couple years ago it was like just people were bitching about how they're pitcher duels all the time in low scoring games.
Weren't they talking about it because it was
Home runs are like the highest they've been in a long time.
what do they call it? The live ball? The balls are different, aren't they?
They might be.
There was a pitcher that was bitching about it. That the balls are different. Or you're not allowed what makes it you're not allowed to break in the balls as much in the game because they make you use new balls every inning.
They make
or something like that.
You're using a new ball all the time. Like a lot of times, even if they just foul it away, it's like that ball's going into the crowd.
Yeah,
and
true.
They'll give you a new one. Yeah, they don't break in like at all. In fact, sometimes you'll just see a batter take a strike, and the catcher will check the ball, and they'll just give it
Toss
up.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so weird.
But a lot of pitchers like a brand new ball, though. They want a new ball because it's going to react the right way. Like, they want it to react the same way every single time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a ball that's been fucking hit, like knocked into fucking left center or whatever, it's going to have a dent. Like, it's not going to have the same shape. So the way the ball reacts as it travels through the air isn't going to be the same.
No.
So, I mean, it does make sense, but that seems like it would favor the pitcher. But I guess, like, also a new ball can just be smashed. I want to go fucking just hit tennis balls, like, as far as I can, because those things fly.
Dude, tennis balls fly.
Just see just see how far I can hit them. And do it in, like, the big field at the fort or whatever. Because I can hit home runs in, like, a few, like, most of the fields at the fort, but, like, there's that one that's down, like, the northmost one is the biggest one, I think. And that one's got a pretty long fence. But I'm hitting with an aluminum bat, too.
The tennis ball? You know what flies are
With
fucking
a tennis
racket
ball,
balls.
I could fucking absolutely.
Dude,
hit it
racket
with
balls
that.
fucking launch.
Yeah, those things are meant to, though. Racquetball is a weird fucking game.
It's fun as shit, dude. I fucking love racquetball.
Except for all you do is hit it as hard as you can and then duck out of the way, because that's the goal of tennis of fucking racquetball. Because you're just in a square room with a wall and a ball that bounces super hard and then a racket. So you just missile it as hard as you can. I don't even know how to play racquetball. I just hit it as hard as I can and hope I don't get hit by it.
We should go play racquetball together sometime. You'd have a lot of fun. It's fun as shit. It's a good workout, too.
Yeah, we could like cause a racket, dude.
You got to get goggles, though.
Do you need goggles?
Eye protection for sure.
I would wear like ballistic mask and shit. Like, I'd wear like bulletproof clothes and like I'd wear like airsoft gear. Because you have to, dude. It's dangerous.
I was going to talk about MMA, but really nothing. I didn't get a chance to watch the card last Saturday, and nobody really did because...
Which one was that? Gaethje?
No. It
That was before that, right?
Yeah, it was Yair Rodriguez and Jeremy Stevens, and it was ended like a minute in because Jeremy Stevens got poked in the eye and it cut his cornea open. And there were like two other fights, I think, that were no contests. There were two no contests and a draw on the main card. Fuck that. I'm so glad I didn't watch that.
Yeah, that seems stupid as fuck. I wonder if they're ever gonna decide to make gloves that like somehow prevent eye pokes.
Right.
Because it does get fucking. It literally, obviously, it fucking ends fights. Like that, it literally can ruin a fight.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts getting hit in the eye, especially poked in the eye.
Well, yeah, it's like, but that one thing, if you could prevent that, it would keep not only stoppages in the middle of a fucking fight, but it could also end, or it could prevent fights from actually ending from a fucking doctor stoppage from a fucking eye poke. And Michael Bisping obviously had a lot of that shit happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
His fucking whole like left eye, he can't even see out of it. I think it's his left eye. Pretty sure. But I mean, he's more or less, I'm pretty sure he's like blind in that fucking eye.
Well, he had to retire because of it. He had a detached retina.
Yeah.
And the only way to get that eye working properly was to like put oil on it so that way
Just oil it up, dude.
it would
That's all
work.
is.
But the doctor that performs the surgery for it said he wouldn't fix his eye unless he retired, because if he detaches it again, he's losing that eye.
Yeah, I would imagine. I feel like you probably shouldn't play around with your eye too much.
No, I mean, if there's anything I don't want to get rid of, it's my ability to see things.
Right.
So
It does keep you from, especially in racquetball. You know what I mean? It keeps you from getting hit.
yeah. Now,
Even like losing one eye, though, you lose all depth perception whatsoever.
oh yeah, you're fucked.
So anything coming at you, dude, it's coming at you quick. Like trying to hit a baseball with one eye, fuck that. Also, fucking fighting someone with one eye is pretty scary, especially when it's George St. Pierre.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Like-
that's fair. I mean, give him some credit for that. For sure.
Yeah. I mean, those jabs come at you real quick when you can't tell how far away they are.
Yeah.
Like, they're hitting you before you even fucking know it. Yeah. St. Pierre, they're talking about him coming back for Khabib. That'd be the only way he comes back, though. And Khabib wants only a couple more fights. So, if anything, that's probably the way to go. That'd be a crazy-ass fight, though.
I want him to fight Tony Ferguson first. If Khabib
Yeah.
never fights Ferguson, I'm gonna be fucking angry.
I think he should fight, like, 2 more and then have a fucking super fight.
Right now, they're saying it might end up being Ferguson and then Gaethje, and then GSP.
I think
But I
Ferguson's...
think he fucking mops Gaethje.
Yeah, for sure. I think Ferguson's the fight right now, and that's it.
Yeah.
Then, based on that, that's where you need to see. I think if he loses, he might want to fight more. Like, I think he might want to fight more than fucking 2 more. I think if he wins, though, he's going to be like, all right, time to fucking wind down.
Like, the thing that really bothers me, and this is something I was talking to a coworker about, because I was telling him that while Khabib is great and he's probably the greatest lightweight ever, he's not one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And
It's always hard to tell.
the thing that I hate the most with fans, I do it too. Everybody does it. I mean, I'm being a bit of a hypocrite right now, but as soon as somebody's hot, immediately like, dude, he's one of the best ever. And it's like, yeah, Khabib's never lost. He's beaten some pretty solid guys, but at the same time, he's never been defending his title. He's defended it once now. You know?
Yeah.
And who has he beaten when you look at like resumes of other greatest fighters? Like you have your Cormier, you have John Jones, you have Stipe, Fedor, Mirko, fucking GSP, Anderson Silva, Mighty Mouse.
Strength of schedule, though,
Yeah, but it's like Khabib may very well be the best out of
That's
all
the thing
of
is, like, does
them.
he...
You can only fight who you fight. I understand that, but at the same time,
he doesn't
it's
have a choice. That's what I mean.
But it's like, so.
He kind of does, though.
But my thing is like, if Jones went through a murderer's row through the light heavyweight division when he first started, but if all those guys were like no names, like the way that Khabib has been fighting, he's the only big names he's fought.
His last like
his last 3 fights. You have Gaethje, McGregor, and Barboza, right? Who do you fight before Conor?
Yeah, I think he's got...
Oh, let's look it up because
I think he's got a couple of fights that are pretty fucking...
And I love Khabib, don't get me wrong. I think he's amazing. He's a great guy. He's very humble. I like watching him fight. But at the same time, it's like, dude, who the fuck have you fought?
I mean, yeah. I mean, still, he's 28-0. I mean, still.
So you got there's 5 guys.
I mean, Poirier, obviously.
You got Poirier, McGregor, Al Iaquinta, Barboza, and Dos Anjos.
Right.
Out of all those guys, those are the only ones that. And Michael
Thiago
Johnson,
Tavares
sure,
isn't bad.
sure. But out of all those
Tyson
guys,
Tybau.
who in that group is going to be remembered 5 to 10 years from now? The only one that people are going to think about ever is McGregor. But then you look at a guy like GSP.
Poirier was a champ, though.
Poirier was a champ, but I don't think he's
Well, I mean, we'll
as
see.
big. Yeah, that's good. That's fair.
I don't think he's. I mean, he's still in a spot where he can make a fucking pretty good run. I think he's a good fighter.
When you look at St. Pierre, I mean, you got Bisping, Nick Diaz, Carlos Condit, Dan Hardy, Thiago Alves, BJ Penn, back when BJ Penn was worth half a shit.
Yeah, he beat like Matt Hughes,
Matt Serra, Matt Hughes, Mayhem Miller.
Yeah, he's beaten like a lot of people. I mean, he has been around for a long time too.
Yeah.
But it's so weird, like thinking he's got 26 wins, 2 losses, when Khabib has 28 and 0 losses.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird thing.
And like my coworker that was arguing, he was like, "Well, St. Pierre lost. Khabib's never lost." And I go, "Yeah, but St. Pierre, when he lost, he came back and beat that guy.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen."
He's lost to Matt Hughes and Matt Serra.
And he beat both of them.
And then he came back in the next matches against both of them and beat them both.
Yeah.
In fact, I think he beat them both the way that he lost. Because he lost to Matt Hughes via armbar, maybe? Yeah, armbar. And then I feel like he beat Matt Serra with an arm. Or no, Serra knocked him out, TKO'd him. And then St. Pierre came back and TKO'd him. And I'm pretty sure Hughes won with an armbar. And then St. Pierre came back and beat him with an armbar. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. Unless he TKO'd both of them. I don't remember. But I do remember him avenging both of those losses. And I think what happened with St. Pierre, like, because of his discipline, he, like, that made him better. Mm-hmm. Like, losing made him better. And he's talked about that. Like, he talked about, like, when he got TKO'd by Serra, he knew, like, where the weakness in his game was. Like, he knew what to improve on. And I don't think you get that. If you keep winning matches, you don't understand that. Like, you don't get where you're because you don't feel like you're weak anywhere.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's just, it's the same way that I feel about
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown. There's other fighters that are like that, where you have, Cody Garbrandt rose because he was knocking guys out. And then, I guess my whole issue with Khabib, and I mean, it's going to happen anyway. Just like people are already saying Pat Mahomes is the best quarterback of all time. It's not people that know what they're talking about that are saying Khabib is the best ever or the greatest ever. But since he's never lost, people are going to say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, you don't have as deep of a stat pool to look at. Like, with Mahomes, right? It's like he's only played for a couple years. So you don't have, it's like, yeah, they've been great years, but you don't have a stat pool to, it's not as depthy of a range that you can look at. Like, you can't look at as much adversity and shit. Like, I feel like with Khabib, he just doesn't have the big name wins. But again, it's like, we don't know. Like, some of these guys could go on to make fucking careers.
Yeah.
Like Poirier, like, who knows? He fucking could end up being one of the greatest.
Yeah.
Just because he lost a couple fights. I think Poirier's only lost a couple fights. I'm pretty sure.
I think he's lost like 15.
I don't know about that.
Maybe
I think
not
if
that
anything,
many.
if
It's
he
like
has lost...
double digits.
Really?
Yeah.
If anything, they're fucking...
he lost 6 fights.
like early pro fights, though.
Yeah, the last time he lost, he got knocked out by Michael Johnson 3 years ago.
Khabib's beat Michael Johnson.
But he beat Jim Miller, no contest with Alvarez, but then he beat Anthony Pettis, Gaethje, Eddie Alvarez again, and he beat Max Holloway, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at that, then you see Khabib fucking choked him out in the 3rd round. That's when you're like, that's crazy, because this dude starched Gaethje and Alvarez.
And Max Holloway's one of the best
Max Holloway.
ever. I think Max Holloway's like,
One of
literally...
he's the best featherweight of all time. Probably behind, like, Jose Aldo, but he's also beaten Jose Aldo twice. He knocked him out in back-to-back fights.
That's the thing is like that MMA math never works out.
No.
It doesn't really it's not really reliable when you look at it statistically. You can't be like, oh, this guy beat this guy, so he's going to beat this guy. It's like that almost never pans out that way.
No.
Yeah, I mean, historically, it's like you'll see guys that they look like they have no business winning a fight, and then, some shit goes down. I mean, even like some of the McGregor fights were like that. Like you'd see fights where you're like, McGregor like almost shouldn't have a shot here, but then he would just keep proving people wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But he also, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with McGregor. I think everybody talks about how he's got so much fucking money he doesn't want to fucking fight, but I think he does want to fight. I think he wants to fight, but it's like I think he's at a point where he like only wants to fight for a certain amount of money, basically. Mm-hmm. Like he doesn't want to fight unless the fucking purse is right. Which right now, it's like now that he's done a fucking Mayweather fight, it's like, I don't know. What do you offer him? Like, what kind of fight do you offer this guy that's bigger than that? Mayweather McGregor was like,
everybody was talking
fucking
about it.
Huge.
Dude, I made a lot of money that day because I was going to college still, and I took my computer down to the like living room that the dorm shares, like on the floor. There's like the community room, and I plugged my laptop into the TV and was showing the fight, and I was telling people like $5, you can come watch the fight, eat pizza. Ordered a bunch of Domino's pizza, had a bunch of soda.
It's always Domino's.
Yep.
It's weird because like it was such a big boxing match, and one of them wasn't even a boxer.
Mm-hmm.
It was the biggest boxing match that like had happened in a while, and one of them wasn't a boxer. I mean, Pacquiao maybe was the last one that was big.
Oh, you know what? That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Mayweather Pacquiao.
Yeah, that's the only
that
one.
was the one.
That's the last
the
one. The
Mayweather
McGregor
fight we watched here, didn't we? We did.
I think so.
We watched it here.
Yeah.
Triple G and Canelo Alvarez was a huge fight.
Right. There's nothing like, I don't know. It's not as big as it was. Like I've been watching like old school HBO boxing lately, like back like Roy Jones Jr.
Well, boxing is huge outside of America. Like boxing is bigger than mixed martial arts basically everywhere but America.
Yeah, but it was giant in America until MMA decided to come around.
I still think it does better than MMA. It's just you have to try harder to watch it. Because there's a big thing. People are worried about Diaz and Masvidal because Canelo Alvarez is fighting that at the same time.
I think the problem is that with boxing, you get promoters that like want to avoid big fights. Like they want their fighter to just have this fucking crazy record and keep winning fights. They focus on who they can fight that they know they can beat. It's not like MMA where like you have to fight this guy to get through him to get to this guy. Like there's not a ranking system in the same way.
Yeah, no, that's the thing I don't like about boxing is that there's
like
so
you're
many
not just fighting the best guy at the time.
You're fighting whoever you feel like fighting. You're fighting like
yeah, you can pick and choose in a way.
Yeah, and there's so many different commissions and like you said promoters and stuff that like there's like fucking 20 different world heavyweight title belts. Like who gives a shit? I don't know. That's
you need to unify that and be like, well, here's a ranking system. Like you got to fight this guy. If you beat this guy, you're fighting this guy because he's this rank. Like you basically have to force them to make those fights. And then because it's weird because when they do finally take those fights, that's when it gets really big.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, these guys actually want to fight each other. Like they're actually willing to fucking put their name on the line. Which in a way that doesn't make those fights big. But it also fucking, I think it devalues it. And it also makes the big fights come around a lot less often. Like you can go 3 years without a fucking big boxing match.
Oh my God, yeah.
Easy.
I mean, especially we were spoiled because we grew up with Pacquiao and Mayweather at the same time.
Right. But
I
that's
mean,
like
and-
there was big fucking names though, and
Roy Jones.
yeah, there was Roy Jones, there was George Foreman. I mean, like,
No, we didn't watch George Foreman when we were kids, though.
no, but I'm saying like boxing had a lot of fucking big names back in the day, and some of them never fought each other just because they wanted to avoid it. They had the fucking name already.
It's like Mike Tyson versus Mike Spinks.
Yeah.
That was like my dad was talking about how that was one of the craziest boxing matches ever. And because they were both undefeated and they were both the heavyweight championship for the two biggest promotions.
Yeah.
But also Michael Spinks was the fucking back-to-back Olympic champion. And they were like, this is the guy that's taking out Mike Tyson, and Tyson knocks him out in like a minute.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was talking about how he was having people over for that fight, and Mike Tyson was coming out, and then I can't remember if somebody got locked out or he had to go to the door and let people in or do something, get pizza or whatever. By the time he left the living room,
Domino's is here.
went to the door and came back, the fight was already over. And everybody was freaking out, and then they got hammered. Fun fact, that fight was actually on my birthday before I was born.
That is a fun fact.
Yep. So
That was fun, actually. I like that fact. That was actually a lot of fun. Not gonna lie. So
yeah, I'm good. I think that's about it.
I mean, yeah, we talked about boxing, and that's all they needed. That's what the fans wanted. They wanted the boxing. They've been talking to me about it. They're like, you got to talk about more boxing. Talk about Roy Jones.
I don't know that much about boxing at all. And I'd like to watch boxing, but I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not interested enough anymore.
No.
I think MMA took the wind out of the sails for me. Like, it basically was like, well, here, boxing is like an eighth of what MMA is, basically, to me. Like, it's already mixed in there, so it's really, it's almost weird to me watching boxing now, because I'm like, wait a minute, why isn't he throwing a kick?
Yeah.
Like, it's almost too restricted. Like, it feels restricted. Like, when you just see them standing there fucking only fucking bobbing and weaving, throwing hands. And then, occasionally they clinch up and there's some dirty boxing, but it's like, in MMA, that guy'd be pushed up against the fence and then he'd be looking for a trip or something. Like, it's just not, it just feels like they're not, I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I'm so used to them being able to do more that it feels nerfed. It just feels like it's too limited. That's all. I do enjoy watching boxing sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's like after watching UFC and MMA for so long, it makes it feel like you're watching a lesser
toned down
product,
version,
like an
yeah.
inferior product, just from a spectator standpoint.
yeah,
It's more fun to watch UFC, in my opinion.
it feels like things can end quicker too in the MMA.
I could go every Saturday and watch. Well, I didn't do it this Saturday, but if you gave me like a random UFC pay-per-view card, give me one card from the last 10 years to watch.
Yeah.
I'll watch it and be entertained. But for boxing, like you said, the only fights that I think a casual fan can get into are the huge name fights, which, Deontay Wilder will be one of them probably. Tyson Fury is fun to watch,
Yeah.
but still, yeah.
Yeah. They definitely do have big names still, but it's, I think boxing does maybe it's the way it's, maybe it comes down to what we were talking about before, where guys have such a like aesthetically pleasing record that it makes stars out of them because they have their record just looks so impressive. But again, it's like they're fighting fucking nobodies sometime. And it's like, yeah, you have a big name, but once you build that name, now the two fucking titans clash. And that's what makes a big boxing match.
That Mexican dude, the fat Mexican guy that knocked the other guy out was pretty fun, though.
Right, yeah.
Did he knock him out or did he just win?
I think he knocked him.
I think he TKO'd him.
Yeah, I think he TKO'd him. But yeah, it's like I do watch honestly, when I watch boxing, I'll just watch old fucking fights, like just classic HBO fights. And sometimes they're fucking boring. Sometimes they're just dudes peppering each other with fucking shots, like respecting each other's power and shit. But it's like, I don't know. Other times it's a fucking slugfest. But that's the thing about boxing is it can be really defensive too. Like there's a different style there too. Like you can fight defensively in boxing. You can't do that so much in MMA. Like you can fight defensively in MMA, but it's like you also have to
do damage,
do shit. Yeah. Like I know, like Lyoto Machida used to be really good. Even Anderson Silva was probably the greatest fucking like defensive fighter because he wouldn't get hit. Like he'd rarely take damage, but he'd also like fucking put it on you when he found the openings for it. Like Machida was the dude that stayed back with a wide like karate stance. He'd put it on you, but he'd never like take any big chances.
No,
and he was good at like slipping shots and staying away. And, you know, I don't know, that was around the time when I started watching, when Machida and, like, Silva started getting big. And, like, you know, like, Liddell was, like, towards the end of his prime. Rampage was towards the end of his prime. Like, that was, like, when I started watching. Tito Ortiz. But I remember, I don't know, I remember starting to, like, look at certain styles and be like, these guys, like, everybody has a different way of doing this. There's no like fucking set rule book in MMA. Whereas in boxing, I feel like it's a little bit more straight and narrow. Like I feel like there's a handbook to boxing, where with MMA you can open it up a lot more. I think you'd be a lot more experimental because you see guys like fucking Anthony Pettis and shit. That's the loudest car of all time. The patented
car sound.
But there's guys like Anthony Pettis that'll fucking really open up and be creative with shit. Faber.
Yeah.
Like there's dudes that just fucking can do whatever they want. There is no handbook to that. So I don't know. It's a totally different, like, I would like to have a boxing fan on and talk to us about it.
Do we know anybody?
I know some boxing fans, yeah. But like, it's like, I don't know. I think they would just be defending boxing. Like I get, like I want them to defend boxing, but I don't want them to be like, well, it's definitely way, because I know the only boxing fans that I know are like elitist about boxing, and they wouldn't watch MMA. But it's like I don't know. I would like to. I always got that
vibe with boxing.
Yeah,
it's very posh.
Yeah, sort of is. Yeah,
you know, you don't, but I don't know. There's nothing. My grandpa loved boxing. He hated MMA. My grandpa loved boxing, but he was also old.
Yeah, he was an old guy.
So, like, you know, he also was a boxer. So, you know, I just never, I don't know. I just, take it or leave it. I like it more than golf.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll watch it over golf.
I'd watch boxing over a lot of things, but it's just like I've said 3 times already now because I'm so exhausted.
I'm not going to watch it. I'll watch it over like Ultimate Frisbee or something, you know?
Yeah. I'll watch it over basketball.
Ultimate Frisbee is actually kind of cool. Not going to lie. I don't know. Maybe like Frisbee golf or something like that. I would watch it over. So yeah. I guess we'll call it a show.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what's that Reddit thread?
It's everybody's reactions to Ben Askren getting knocked out by Masvidal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always fun to look at. Although everybody's reaction's usually exactly the same. There's like 3 different reactions, all typed up a different way.
Yeah.
And then all upvoted times 1.3K.
Hey, what was the thing about the fucking baseball player? Did you see that about the baseball player? Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Where is it?
The only information I have is that he's a baseball player.
No, I can't remember what his
it's
name
hard
was.
to come up with it.
Pirates all-star closer Felipe Vasquez arrested on charges of solicitation of a child.
Yeah, you're not supposed to solicit childs. That's what I heard. I don't know. I didn't hear anything about it. But I heard that if you cheat on them, you'll get beat up. Yeah. So that's a wrap.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm exhausted. I gotta go. I gotta buy a bang or something, dude. I'm gonna pass out at my fucking grandma's.
Right. Yeah, nothing wrong with that though.
All right. We gotta have Dom on soon.
We do?
Yeah, I made a deal with him.
Oh. I feel like we just had him on like 3 weeks ago.
We did.
Or 4 weeks ago, maybe.
We did. He wants to be on again.
All right, cool.
He wants to be one of the...
He wants to be like a Bill.
He wants to be like a Bill, yeah.
I looked at the list of the fucking guests, and Bill's is just like, oh, like fucking like, it's like I'm getting to like, it's like 3 rows of episodes he's been on. Nothing wrong with that though. You gotta mix in
He's been there since the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
The second episode. B-Fam was our first guest.
It's funny that Brian was on like a million times like towards the beginning, and then he's been on like twice in like the past like fucking 6 months. If
Not
that.
even. He is. I don't think he's been on since the beginning of the year.
Right.
We should get Brian on again. The only problem is that his schedule is always wank.
Yeah.
Whack.
Yeah, and if we're gonna do this, it's like if we're gonna have time where none of us are working, we're just gonna play D&D.
Yeah.
We should just not play D&D, and then we'll just do a podcast. We'll bring everything over to his house. We just go over for D&D under the pretenses of playing D&D, and then we just have all of our equipment with us. I just have a whole computer, like a full tower, desktop tower, and mics, and airsoft gear. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Was that back to racquetball?
No, we'll just spring it all. I'm just saying we'll spring everything on him in the moment. So follow us on TikTok. And yeah, that's it. I guess we'll talk to you next week. I don't think we honestly haven't planned a guest in like fucking like 3 months. Like the only reason Bill was on last week was because we were like the day before we were like, let's message Bill.
Yeah.
We should like get a hold of some people.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or not too, you know?
I kind of like winging it.
Yeah. Yeah. We just got to fly by the seat of our pants. That's the key. What the fuck is that expression, you know?
Oh my god. I already know what the clip has to be for this episode, and it's got to be us dying to that fucking...
It's probably the TikTok.
Zach Franco, dude.
That he's got game. I'll give him that much. So yeah, follow him, and then we'll talk to you guys next week. We'll let you know if he posts anything cool. I mean, I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna follow him pretty tight. I'm gonna save all of his videos.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. ClearShotsPodcast.com is where you'll find links to everything we do. You can check us out on Twitter at ClearShotsPod. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and check us out on Periscope for live videos. If you have anything you want to ask us, send us an email at clearshotspodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. We will see you next time.